Hey everybody, yeah, it's mid-afternoon on a Sunday. Warmish, sticky day, kind of. Heat and humidity are coming back. The humidity's up, but it's still not as bad as it's gonna get. But still not too bad for a Midwestern mid-July day. I'm gonna do a beer today. You know, I'd totally forgotten about this brewery. Back 4 or 5 years ago, when I first came on YouTube and started watching beer reviewers, there was a guy, I can't even remember who it is now. He eventually deleted his channel because I guess he had grad school or something to go to, and didn't have the time to spend on beer reviews that he had. But he did a lot of beers from this company, and surprisingly, I didn't realize, but apparently for 17 years or whatever, this company's been using contract brewers, and they now have their own brewery after this amount of time. So, from Shmaltz Brewing Company, I'm going to do the Hebrew. That's He''Brew. The chosen beer. I'm going to do their Death of a Contract Brewer. It's a black IPA. From the website it says, "Death seems so obvious. The end of life, no mas kaput. But humans stand an optimistic animal. Many traditions suggest alternate endings. Resurrection, reincarnation, rebirth, afterlife. Even the atheist view of eternal oblivion, unconsciousness, eternal oblivion doesn't seem quite final. More of a shift in spiritual states of unconsciousness. As usual, Jewish tradition prescribes food, 7 days of family, community, and bagels. Parentheses, beer called Shiva, meaning 7 in Hebrew. The flip side to the 7 days of creation, with the 7th as a holy day of rest. And they go through a bunch of sevens. I'm not going to read them all. Ends with the 7 award, however, must go to the immortal George Collin for 7 dirty words, inspired by another hero, Lenny Bruce. Coming into 17 years of beer, and year number 1 with our own brewery, we commemorate this conversion with Death of a Contract Brewer, our Shmaltz homage to a new life. L'chaim, Jeffrey Cohen, proprietor. It's got 7 malts are listed on the website, 7 hops and 7% ABV. Got myself a new cap. Hopefully I got 2 more. I got this on my out of town trip here a week and a half or so ago. So hopefully I can get this one off, and I have a new one to my for the Hebrew beers. A little bit of hiss, no smoke, but a new bottle cap for my collection anyway. So let's get this. It's a black IPA. Let me get this in the glass and see what we have. A little smoke came out of the bottle as I started to pour, but there wasn't any on the opening. 7%. I probably won't eat or drink much more than that. So put a seal on this. I'll finish the rest later when I get home. But I can see right now we got a nice dark brown mahogany, almost a little bit of mahogany around the edges, but nearly black. Had a finger of a tan head when I first poured it, but it seems to be dissipating a little bit. But not too badly. Can't tell the carbonation because you can't see any light through it. So let's get a nose on it. Okay, yeah, right up front you get those, get some citrus hops, some grapefruit, orange peel, pineapple, mango, tangerine, lemon. Some dark roasted barley malts with good hints of some dark chocolate, some like roasted coffee, some almost like a burnt toast aroma. biscuit and caramel and grains and yeast and some earthy herbal hop up front there with maybe just some hints of a dank pine resin in amongst all those citrus hops. It's a really nice balanced aroma between hops and malts, but they use 7 malts and 7 hops and 7%. They're really hung up on that number 7, so let's get a taste. Okay, yeah, it starts with a nice medium dark malt, but you've got those citrus hops, almost like a citrus rind in there. All of those flavors that I mentioned on the aroma, the grapefruit, the orange peel, the pineapple, all of those. Finishes with a nice hoppy bitterness, not too bad. I don't know what the IBUs are on it. I didn't see it listed anywhere, but it's not up there real high, but it's a light. It can't be. I don't imagine it's probably much over 40 or 50, despite all those hops. But there's such a buttload of malts in there, in amongst the hops. Still, you know, you got, like I said, the barley malts, just a hint of dark chocolate, some dark roast coffee again, some of the, again, that burnt toast type flavor, caramel, biscuits, just toffee, just a lot going on here. It's a really nice blend of malts and hoppiness on the flavor. I don't think it quite gives you the taste you expect once you get that first smell of it. I think it drops off a little bit for the taste, but as compared to the aroma, so far the aroma is a strong point, but it's fairly cool. It's been on the blue ice in the cooler on the way out here, so seems to be like a medium-bodied beer, fairly heavy, fairly thick for an IPA, but it is a black IPA. Seems to have some good carbonation on it, so let me sit. I will sit and sip on this a while, let it warm up in this mid-80s degree weather, and I'll come back after a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It's been half an hour or so. This warmed up considerably. I'm not noticing a lot of change. Maybe with the warmth, the hops have come out a little bit more, but it's still a really nice, solid take on a black ale. I'd almost call it a black ale more than a black IPA, but that's what they call it. I mean, like I said, there's really good hops, or good balance between the spicy hops and the roasty, malty flavors, and really nice, balanced. I'd call it an IPA style black ale. That, you know, with the robustness of the flavor, the complexity of the flavor, it could almost at 7%, it could almost pass for an imperial. I mean, there's a ton of flavor here. I want to say congratulations to Shmaltz for their new brewery. I'll drink to that. Cheers to Shmaltz. I'm glad your beers are available here. I've got 2 more that I only saw the 3 when I was on my out-of-town trip, but I'm going to look for more of their beers, because they're all sort of Hebrew related. It's like I brew, you brew, he brew, but so it's not Hebrew, it's he H-E apostrophe B-R-E-W, but apparently the owner is Jewish, so they're all. I didn't see the one that I remember the most, the Jubilation, J-E-U Belation. I didn't see that one. I didn't get that one, but I did get a couple others that have Jew something in the name. So nice play on words and everything. But yeah, I'm happy to drink drink this to Shmaltz Brewing, and congratulations on, after 17 years, finally getting their new brewery, and cheers to my subscribers. I'm going to give the Death of a Contract Brewer, says born SF 1996, reborn in 2013, so they've had their own brewery since last year. I didn't see any date on this, but the hops are still fairly prominent and fairly fresh tasting, so I think it's a fairly fresh beer, but I could not find any date on this. So, well, there goes all my papers blowing away. It's kind of a breezy day today, but I'm going to give the Death of a Contract Brewer from Shmaltz Brewing, their Hebrew beer, I'm going to give it a good solid 9 out of 10. A really nice, pleasant, drinkable beer. You don't really notice the 7%, but with the flavor you'd think it would be a higher percentage. So, till next time everybody, let's keep drinking good beers.